Hey guys, welcome to my core fusion video. I can't wait to introduce this series to you. All you need is a mat or a towel for today's workout. I'll demonstrate the entire thing for you. We're going to start with an opening flow, so go ahead and just go into a forward bend and walk into upward dog. Flatten out the toes. Take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Sit back into child's pose. Take a few deep breaths here. Curl the toes underneath you and drive up into down dog. Take a few breaths here. Back to upward dog. Flatten the toes. We're going to go through that again. Back into child's pose. Curl the toes under, downward dog. Deep breaths, nose, mouth. Come on back to upward dog. Flatten out those toes. Bring it back to child's pose. Awesome work. Cat-cow breathing next. Inhale, pull the spine up towards the sky. Exhale, tilt the tailbone, lift the chin. Inhale, pull that spine up. Exhale, tilt the tailbone. You want to get as much mobility through your spine as possible. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale. Arch that back. Exhale, tilt the tailbone. Inhale again. And exhale. Awesome job on those. We're going to open up into a plank rotation next. So come up onto the hands, spread the feet apart, and reach. Rotate, pivot on the feet as needed. Again, that wide base is going to help with the balance. And we're opening up your T-spine as we work your core and your obliques. 20 total, 10 per side. Really open up here, you guys. Activate that core, use your breathing, finish strong. Let's get those last few reps in here. Awesome job. Next, we're going to do a downward dog sequence. So go ahead and get in a down dog. And we're just going to pedal the feet here one at a time. Stretching out the calves, giving the lats a great stretch. We're going to do 20 foot pedals total. Should have about 14 or 15 to go. Try to even out that breathing here. That's what it's all about. Fill the lungs with air through the nose, into the belly, and exhale out the mouth. Keep pedaling those feet. Get into as deep as the stretch as you can here, so don't be afraid to reposition the feet as you're doing these. Last few reps. And go ahead and just hold downward dog, raise the left leg, and drive it towards your chest. Reach back, drive towards the chest. Stretch, strengthen. Again, down dog, into climber. Last one, and climber. Reach it back, and reach into a hip opener here to finish it out. Hold for 5 deep breaths. Deep inhale and exhale as you open the hips, stretch the lats. Great job, beautiful pose here. Hold for a few more breaths. Push yourself here. Deep inhale. And come on back down to down dog. Rest in child's pose. We'll do that sequence again on the other side. But let's rest here. Curl the toes underneath. Bring yourself up into down dog again. Raise the right leg. Pull into climber. 4 more. Great job. 3 more. Pull in. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Remember, last one. Great job. Bring it back and open up the hips, pulling that heel behind you, knee at 90 degrees, And we're holding for 5 deep breaths. Big inhale, strong exhale. Feel strength in this pose. Push yourself and exit. Great job on that sequence. Bring it on down to upward dog here. If you feel so led, you can turn the chin, touching each shoulder to add a little bit of cervical mobility to the upward dog. Otherwise, just go ahead and hold if that's a contraindication for you. A few more deep breaths in upward dog here. Stretching out those hips, opening those hips. Awesome. We're going to bring it down to a forearm plank next for 20 hip taps. You want the feet stacked close together as you touch the hip towards the floor. 20 total, 10 per side. Last few reps, work those obliques. Awesome job. All right, coming up, we're gonna work the hips. So get into the seated position. You're gonna have your left foot 90 degrees in front of you and your right foot 90 degrees behind you. These are seated hip rotations, so we're gonna start with 10 of these. Rotate, stretching out the hips. If you're having extreme difficulty with these, A, you probably have tight hips, but B, you might wanna try sneaking your feet a little further away from you. Here's a different view for you, so if you couldn't see what I was doing before, here's that seated hip rotation. Great for increasing mobility of the hips. Okay, hold on this side with your left foot in front of you, and now try to raise your right foot off the floor. It's a small movement, and don't force it if it's painful. We're just working that hip joint. External and internal rotation activities here. So as soon as you do 10 of those foot raises, go ahead and lift that knee 10 times off the floor. Great one for injury prevention. So let's finish strong, working that hip joint. Another hip rotation, and we're gonna do that same thing on the other side. So now we're trying to pick the left foot off the floor. Ten reps, and then we're gonna pick up that knee off the floor. Again, this one's great for increasing control and range of motion of the hip joint. Hips are ball and socket joints, so they're known for a lot of injuries, causing lots of injuries, and that's why you're seeing so many hip opening and range of motion movements in this workout. Next, we have frogs. So you're gonna put your feet together behind you and your knees splayed out as far as they can go. And it's really similar to child's pose here, but we're really targeting the hips and the lats. Knees out, feet together, lean forward and backwards, timed with the breath. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, come forward. Let's do a few more of these. Let's do one more frog. Inhale, exhale. Awesome stuff. Next, we're gonna do a lateral leg raise on all fours. So go ahead and extend that left leg and just lift it off the floor. This is great for glutes and core, working the lateral plane of movement. We're doing 15 at a nice smooth tempo here. That's 15. Let's switch sides here. Staying on all fours, again, extend the opposing leg, the one you haven't worked yet, to the side. Flex the foot, engage the glutes and core, and give me 15 lateral leg raises. Last rep. Awesome job. Next is a bird dog, so same position. Extend your left arm and right leg at the same time. Then pull them together, meeting in the middle, right at your midsection. This works hip extension, which is great for your glutes and lengthening those chronically tight hip flexors, while working rotary core. So again, you're getting a little rotation, a little glute work. Great core. Great for your core stability. Give me a few more reps here. Again, really stretch from your toes to your fingertips. Use control as you bring the elbow to the knee. We don't want to lose balance here. Switch sides and give me 15 more. Reach the right arm and the left leg. Last rep. Awesome job. Flip around because we're going to do some dead bugs next. Start with your arms extended straight in front of you while lying on your back. Legs should be extended straight up as well. We're going to extend the right arm overhead and the right leg simultaneously. Perfect. Right arm overhead, right leg lowers down, so it's same side. This works hip extension, core, and core coordination. Take your time and hit that pause rewind button if you need to sort this one out. It's a little tricky at first. A few more reps until we switch sides. Switch sides here, and again extend the left arm and left leg simultaneously for 15 dead bugs per side. Keep the neck on the floor. Think about lengthening. Great job, you guys. One more rep. Awesome work. Single leg loop bridge next, so extend your right leg in front of you and bend the other leg to 90 degrees. Drive your hips off the floor as you raise the extended straight leg straight up with you. So you're driving your hips, lifting that leg up, and then returning both your hips and that leg to the floor. This is great for your glutes and your hips and your core. A few more reps here. Really push it, really drive the hips, really get that leg up towards the sky. Let's switch sides here. Extend the other leg, drive the hips, lift the leg. 15. All right, work those glutes and core a little longer here. One more rep. Looks awesome. Straight leg sit-ups now, so straighten both legs out, curl your upper body off the floor, and reach towards those toes. 15 total. Think about coming up one vertebrae at a time and lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Let's get one more sit up in here. Great work. Curl yourself up off the floor and bring it into the standing position. We're gonna do a few closing mobility sequences. Starting with the windmill, you're gonna extend one arm overhead and reach the other one towards the floor. Feet should be just outside the shoulders. This should stretch your hamstring and your T-spine. 3 more. Think about lining your hands up. Reach towards the sky and the floor, line those hands up. 1 more. Perfect. Switch sides. Feel that stretch through your spine, hips, and hamstrings. 3 more. Last one. Great work. Tree to arrow flow next. So get into tree position. So you're just gonna bring the instep of one leg onto the thigh of the other, essentially. There, so you can see it. Don't worry about hopping around. I was just trying to show you there. Get your balance and breathe. This is great for your stability. Take a few deep breaths here in tree. Next, you're gonna take the instep off the thigh and just rest it there in the center of your quad and sit. That's pretty tough to do, so just hold tree position here if you need to. Extend the arms and really feel that great stretch for your glutes and hips. Great for strengthening single leg stability as well. Exit that pose, stand up into tree, take a deep breath, and now reach on one leg into arrow. Think about stretching from your middle finger through your big toe. Take a few deep breaths here and reach your hands to the floor, foot to sky, and take as big of a stretch here as you can before returning back into a forward bend. Stand up and let's do that on the other side. That's a lot to go through, so don't worry if you need to pause here. Again, tree pose first, couple deep breaths. Bring that foot towards the center of your opposing leg. Sit if you can. Hands at center. Hands extend. Feel that stretch as you sit as low as you can. Again, if you need to, you can always just hold tree pose here. Return to tree position. And then we're going to extend, reaching on one leg into arrow. Reach from your big toe through your middle finger. Last stretch. Really work on one leg here. Push yourself. Take a few deep inhalations. And let's find the floor with the hands. Reach that leg back up towards the sky. Awesome stretching here, guys. Let's return that leg to the floor as we find forward bend here. Good stuff. Lastly, let's hug the knees, hug the legs, say thank you to your body for going through all of that. That's great stuff. A few closing deep breaths here. Bring it on up and enjoy the rest of your day. Great work, guys.